Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. Alright, so for this one it brings us back into House Kundrak to the Everfull Flagon, which is just located on the right near the entrance from Market into House Kundrak. The quest we're going to be doing is called Ruined Halls, and it is bestowed by Edveg Goodgold here in the tavern. Alright, so the quest itself is located in, not in the tavern, though, I mean, there are a couple of quests that are located in taverns here. Alright. And so this one here is just right here. Alright, first things first, let's summon my other stack of bolts. Let's get out our hireling as a just in case of. Alright, so this one here, when you approach the door, opens right on up. We got two gargoyles right when you start, so just watch yourself. Now, as you can see, we got traps. So this one here is always up, so just pay attention. You saw we got one hellhound, and in the back right wall we got a lever, which will open up our door, allowing us to proceed further in. Now, up to this point, everything's been pretty standard. However, at this point, with the breakables, this quest does have a fair amount of breakables, and each breakable actually summons in enemies. So it's up to you whether or not you want to fight them, get into your breakables, getting your ransack, which would also then get you conquests there as well, or if you just want to skip that there. I myself, I usually grab the breakables, so that's what I'm going to do. I don't honestly run this quest too often, but when I do, I always grab the breakables and the kills. Alright, so just to the side here, as you see, we have two gargoyles up top. We also had a trap just before their stairs here, and of course our trap box. Now, once we proceed up here, which we do need to come up this side, this lever here is what we need to pull. We also have a hidden door. Now, on the other side of this hidden door, we do have the optional to slay Bram Brimstone. Which, yay, rem chest. Now, in here, we do have, minus a couple of enemies, we do have multiple secret doors. Actually, one on each wall. Now, each one actually is going to have a different set of methods behind them. So we've got air. We've got ice. And then finally, we have fire. Once you've defeated all three rooms, this chest unlocks, allowing you to get the random loot there. Alright, so once we pulled that lever, this door opens up, allowing us to proceed that way. However, we can actually proceed this way. We do have a locked door, so you will need knock or some way to pick the lock. And as you can see, they are beating up a giant box here. Once it is destroyed, it just spawns in a Minotaur Lord. Nothing special there. And yeah, basically, as you see, the enemies, they do kind of attack each other. Alright. So, behind our chest, so as you can see, there are a few spots where it can kind of get you stuck. But behind our chest here, we actually have a hidden door that reveals another chest. Now, they're not trapped, so it's just two random chests here that you are able to loot. And we got a third just because of our lucky rem chest. Alright. So from here, we're going to proceed to continue north. Alright. Now the next direction that we need to go is past this giant box here. However, if we head off to our left, heading west, first off we have a trap, which will then bring us into here. And if I remember correctly, it's just some shrines on the other side of this door. Yeah, so nothing else in here, just a nice little respite if you do require. I want to know who's essentially shipping all these creatures. Alright. So also just behind us here, we have a rune warded door. So you do just need to pull that. Again, it does require a specific stat in order to be able to activate. I don't exactly know the exact stat. If you basically, I would recommend just going in and trying it. If you don't have the required stat, it would tell you which stat is required. As well, you can find all that information on the wiki, which I might be able to post a link there for you guys as well. So I definitely should be able to do that. That way you can, you know, if you are interested in looking up the wiki, which will give you the required. I may just actually post that in the description, which is required. So, actually, you know what? That's what I'll do there. I'll post the required stat and how much you need in the wiki there itself, or in the description. Sorry. All right. So this room here, giant box. Once it is destroyed, as you can see, we got a scorpion here who doesn't really want to play with me. There we go. We also have a chest. And as you can see on our mini map, there's also a set of shrines just behind this wall. Now in order to open that there, we have again 2 more runes inside here that once pulled will open up the wall here. So continuing in, just on the other side of this door, we did luck out. We got a named guy. That guy does not always spawn, however. Though there's always undead in here. And depending on what you break, fuses as well. Alright. And so, just on the other side of this door here, we also have some more undead. Again, you can run into a named enemy on this side here as well. And directly on the back wall, we have a lever. Now this lever controls that door there, allowing us to again proceed further in. Maybe this is where the dungeons are made, and these are all the enemies that spawn inside the dungeons. Alright. Once again, before we hit the staircase, so the staircases are kind of dangerous in this one, as you can see. A few traps. Alright. So at this point, we're actually right near the end. So directly to our right, we have a lever which will open up our wall. Now, I do want to point out that this will close a gate up there. So make sure your entirety of your party is down here before you do that. Otherwise, they will get locked out of the end chest as well as the end fight. Now, the end fight itself isn't super spectacular. I know it has a whole bunch of big enemies in some, you know, warded bubbles here. Except for this one. This one's not really a big enemy. But you've got like a giant rust monster, a scarrow, and I'm not too sure what that last one is there. An earth elemental. Even he looks a little small compared to some of these other ones. And then finally the little scorpion there. So there is no way to actually release them themselves. And as you see, we did only get Vandal bonus. Partially because they don't have enough. Like, these breakables on the other side of this gate, they actually count as breakables. So as you can see, we can target them, but we can't actually break them because they're too far out. Even with, you know, like a fireball or something like that, they're just too far away. So you're not actually able to obtain Ransack in this quest, but you can still get Vandal, and as you see, it only took us about 11 minutes to get through. And the amount of XP that we got was just under 9,000, so that's not too bad. That's about 1,000 experience a minute if you count in the optionals. And again, you can speed that up by just not getting the breakables. You would get a little bit less experience, but you do it quite a bit faster. And once you're done, all you got left is to turn in. So thank you guys again for joining me through this video. It's been a blast, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one all.